No. Hello, good welcome, good morning.
Welcome.
Good welcome. Why
Good
not?
welcome.
Good welcome. How are you? My name's Ian,
I'm Lauren.
the grammar specialist.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a joke, but together we do like to play around with our bodies and learn new things and share new tricks and simple and strong strategies for strength. So thank you for joining us today. This is our restore and recharge practice, and we'll start as usual with our breath. We'll get into our feet and play with the whole body, and hopefully we can feel restored and recharged, ready to take on the day. I'll get a little bit closer to the camera here. Find a position that's comfortable for you. We can be in a tall kneel. We could be in a little knee bend position, tall stand, you name it. One hand belly, one hand on chest. Take a breath in through the nose and also out through the nose. Now take a breath and feel the chest, letting the chest rise. And then exhale. Do that one more time, but I won't overdo it this time. It still rises and falls on the exhale. Now put some attention to the belly and on a breath in, fill the belly there. Exhale. Fill the belly in. Exhale. Shake it out. Let's repeat 4 repetitions of our breath with our holds. So in a second, it will be 4-second inhale and a hold. And a 4-second exhale and a hold. And Lauren's called that our box breath in the past. We'll call it our 4-second pause breaths for today. Ready to go, Lauren?
Ready.
Okay. Hand on the belly and a hand on the chest. And the goal is to keep the chest calm or to not move. In 3 seconds, 2 seconds, take a breath in for 4, 3, 2, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. Inhale, 4.
Hold. Where are you?
Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. One more. Big inhale with our brace. Hold. Exhale. Resume breathing through the nose. Continue that through today's practice as you can. And I take a breath in through the nose just to cue that right there. Let's come back up to standing. Get going on the feet. Standing in parallel, hands to the sides or on your balance aid as you need. Push the hip forward, pushing weight into the balls of the feet. Then lightly point as allowed and flex over the toe. Point, return to that ball of foot, and push the heel down by pushing that hip forward. Now, dorsiflex at that ankle, pulling the ankle to the shin. Check your toes. Are they flat? Are they extended like elf toes? Or are they flexed, gripping onto a pair of socks? There's some easy, medium, and hard versions there. Play with it for 2 more seconds and then place down. Same thing other side. Demi-point or ball of foot towards the point ball. Then flexing over the toes. Back to the point. Balls of feet down and push your hip forward to get your heel down. Now again, for about that 10-second interval, we'll keep the hip forward, dorsiflex at that ankle, and Lauren's doing a little bit of this, just trying to find out where center is. Can you keep those toes flat? Could you keep those toes like an elf, but then ultimately grab onto a pair of socks and hold for 3, 2, place that foot down. Let's repeat a couple more each side, twice each. Hopefully I can keep track. Ball of foot press, point, Flex over toes, point, press, hip through, dorsiflex for 3, 2, place down. Alternate. Ball of feet, point, flex over toes, to point, to tap. Again, hip forward to push the heel down. Then again, little dorsiflexion there. Keep the toes flat rather than taking off like our elf toes or grab socks. Down. One more time. Ball of foot. Are we hugging center? Point the foot. Are we sickling the ankle? Think about those things as you can, but we'll return to the point, the ball of the foot, push the hip through. Last time, other side. Articulation here. To point, to flex, point, ball of foot, heel down, butt forward, and last movement here, our dorsiflex. Check it out. Revisiting one of our old favorites, Lauren will take us through a nice, simple version of our movement clock, and from there, we'll get going on some core.
We'll start with the regular movement clock, which is standing with our feet underneath us. Our stationary leg is going to stay straight. Our moving leg is going to bend. So taking our moving leg, pointing it forward, we're going to accept the floor with a toe, ball, heel. That front leg is bent, that back leg is straight, and heel's heavy down. Now I want you to think about pushing yourself away to push yourself back to tall. And again, push off that toe. We're coming out on a 45 up to a new corner. Toe, ball, heel, still hips forward, straight leg, knee tracks that toe. Push away to go back. Side, hips forward, toe, ball, heel, sitting back a little bit, staying tall, push away to grow. New corner, 45 degrees. We will rotate slightly. So I want you to lift up that leg, rotate on a single leg, and then start reaching and pointing toe, ball, heel. Push back to center. And then one more. We're going to just take that foot behind us to reach toe, ball, heel, bend the back leg. Front leg stays straight. That stayed straight the whole time. Quads are parallel. Butts are under us. Now push off that back leg, step to center. Same thing, other leg. Toe, ball, heel, back leg straight, heel heavy, hip square. Push back to center. 45. Toe, ball, heel, hips forward, push off, center. I really like pushing off like a weeble wobble and trying to push myself back to tall. To the side, toe, ball, heel.
A weeble wobble, what's that?
Yeah, I'll show you in a second. So I like to push off this leg so much. Whoops, I didn't do it that well. I pushed back. A weeble wobble is one of those dolls that you can punch and it just wobbles back up. Back on a 45. Toe, ball, heel. I never had one. They only had them in the movies. Push off, back to center. And last one, straight back. Toe, ball, heel. Accept the floor. Bend that back leg. Front leg stays straight. Push off to center. Get it? Like weeble, wobble. Ooh. Okay, here's
No punching though. No punching. Great.
Folding.
So from here, we're going to fold to the floor. And if Lauren got a little closer to the wall even, we can really get the idea behind the fold. Stand maybe behind a chair or a kitchen counter here. And can we fold, flexing the head neck, flexing, pulling down the rib cage, keeping the hips stacked over the feet. The butt does not touch the chair, the wall, the apparatus behind.
My butt does.
And then pull up to tall. Okay? Practice those habits of this forward fold as we get to the floor. Watch me for 1 second and then follow along with Lauren as we get to the floor. This is how we'd love to get to the floor in a version of our fold. The chin tucks, the rib cage compresses onto the hips, and we stay very tight to the body. That takes some time. Be patient. Let's listen and watch and follow along as Lauren does the same. She's connected the chin to the chest. She's slowing down as she flexes the rib cage. If you need to bend the knees, make a micro bend in those knees to allow yourself to stay upright but that can feel like incredible load on those hamstrings. From that position, the forward fold now, walk out
The toes, it's
to a
hard.
plank, gripping on those toes. I can see them white from here.
Plank.
And now we're in our high planks position. Put your knees down for 1 second. Take one quick moment on those hands, and just like you did with the feet, warm them up. Wide open hands, blood donations forward, screw in those shoulders. Then our first knuckle push-up for about 5. Pressing like we did through the foot, getting onto the first knuckles of the hand here. Then press down, keeping the elbows straight. 3 to 5 more repetitions total again. First knuckle push-up up, slow down. I feel it's the most intense on the palm side of my hand. And Lauren is probably her least favorite wrist warm-up right here.
Yep.
But it's a nice, strong
Not
movement.
complaining, though. It's
if we're
good for
gonna
me.
spend some time on our wrists, it's nice to get that going.
Oh.
Now from here, we'll get wrist flexion going. So now I am lined up on my peace sign digits, if you will. So my index and middle, and keeping a nice fist. So if we use that sock cue we've used for the hands,
The feet.
we're gonna, for the feet rather, we're gonna hold on to some loose change or some socks in the hands and try to flex over the wrist, getting the back of the wrist a single degree towards the floor. If you're Lauren, it can get all the way there. I can't. Then pull back to those gorilla knuckles, alternate to the other side. Flex over the wrist, keep a nice firm grip. The shoulders are packed. Maybe Lauren's cheating by moving forward.
Well,
I can make it look impressive too.
I'm taking a little bit of weight off by moving my
Exactly.
knees closer to my hands.
Nice. And let's just go one more of each
It's
again.
not cheating, that's modifying.
Modifying, accommodating. So flexing over, keeping the grip. Where are the shoulders? Maybe that's a really pleasant antidote for some wrists after some work. Or maybe that's way aggressive. You want to go to the wall, like Lauren said, to take some load off. So last one on the other side here. Blood donations forward with nice fists. And then press back to those gorilla knuckles. Press away from the floor. And then let's fold up if we can. Come up anyhow you can, but I'll be doing my fold. From this position, I'd go hands on the floor, pressing towards that down dog or mountain peak position. Then flexing, pulling on my abdominals. I'd round to extend and up tall. And Lauren found herself on the wall again. Really nice cue.
I just wanted to try.
Think about staying tight in that cylinder up and down, and don't let your butt touch the wall.
Movement clock number 2. This time, our stationary leg is going to bend and our reaching leg is going to stay straight. So let's practice that. Stationary leg, bend, reaching leg, straight. That means stationary leg, knee pushes over toe, reaching leg long reaches away from us. Now stand up by driving those hips through and pulling both legs on straight, squeezing both cheeks. Same thing, but 45. Ooh. Knee over toe, reach towards that 45. Make sure this knee is still tracking that index toe. Stand all the way up, pulling the leg underneath. Reach side, knee over toe, hips forward. Light touch, pull under. Back 45. No twisting though, just reaching with your leg like you're speed skating or skating out here. My favorite position, 3, 2, pulling back underneath us. And we're gonna go straight to the back. Front leg bends, knee pushes over toe still. I still want that knee over toe even in this exercise. Hips square forward, reach long, stand up all the way tall. Let's do it all again, other leg. Standing on your other stationary leg. Bend the knee, pushes over toe. Other leg reaches long, long, long. Hips square. Stand up, push your hips through, squeeze the cheeks. 45. Reach forward, knees over toe, hips are forward, all the way, pull under. Excuse me. Lateral reach. Knee over toe, try to look and see if those toes are almost on the same line. Might be slightly behind you, but almost. Try not to let it drift behind you. Pull underneath. Speed skate. Reach long out the back. I always thought I'd be a good speed skater, and I did it once in Bancroft. I was the worst.
Different
Straight.
skate.
Different skate. Straight to the back. This time, I just want you to think here as you're reaching with that long back leg, your front knee's coming over your toe. Don't reach so much that you start opening or twisting. Keep those hips square forward. Now, pull under all the way tall and relax. Yeah, they were used skates. It was crappy ice, you know. So many excuses.
Reasons. Let's get back to the floor again in the fold, progressing the wrist warm-up into our plank. Using the wall chair apparatus as you need behind, start at the top by tucking the chin. Then pull the rib cage onto those hips. And I'm really modifying here and bending my knees when we need. Flexing the spine, staying tight. My hands are touching my knees, and at that point, I'm going to just add a subtle knee bend. That'll allow me to add a little bit more flexion through the spine as I go low, and then walk out to a plank.
Sorry, walk out to a plank.
If you did put those knees down for a second, if you did bend those knees as you did your fold, your butt probably went back, and that's okay, but try to keep your hips stacked over top of the feet. Now, 10-second intervals, hardstyle planks, hands open, straight elbows, lengthen out, and go. What does go mean? Go means pull the floor together, squeeze your buttocks, brace your core, get ready for the park bench sit. Holy cow.
5.
Oh my goodness.
4, I couldn't move you. 3, 2.
And then gently down.
That's my way of giving it.
And I think we should even the score here. I think that Lauren should plank and I should have a little park
Next time.
bench sit.
Next time.
Next time. Okay. So from here, let's just take our time. Walk up through that down dog or wave of your choice, and then pull on those abdominals and extend through the spine.
One more clock.
Yeah.
I forget which one it was, so.
That's
We
okay.
did bent leg, straight leg.
Make it up. Any other versions? Because weight transfers are some of our new favorite exercises for us, as well as what we heard from our audience, let's just do that movement clock as a weight transfer, where we'll step to the front. I'm off, and then we'll step together.
Okay, show us.
And then we'll step to our corner, and then we'll step to the center here. Ready to follow along? I'll be leading with my left leg first. Toe ball heel on a weight transfer, and then toe ball heel underneath. Toe ball heel on that 45-degree angle, and then to the side. Moving sideways and back.
Soft knees.
Now we could do a couple different things here. We could turn like Lauren earlier, and then add a little bit of a bound, and come back to center. Or let's face forward and go back to that same corner and then back to center. And then we can also go behind and forward. Lauren asks, soft knees, bent knees. Let your body feel what's good and let those knees and hips be nice shock absorbers to have fun with this shape for today. Switching to my right side, I'll go to midnighter straight ahead, right, left,
Still toe ball heel.
and back. Toe ball heel, you got it. The diagonal, 45 degrees, toe ball heel, push back, sideways, toe ball heel, push back. Now let's do both of those ways to the corners. So first, we'll open, and then a little bound, and back, and then facing forward to that back corner, to center, and lastly, let's go right behind. Sounds like we're skiing in August, but there we go. So we're gonna work on some of those weight transfers as we progress through today. Let's go to the floor for the last 2 hardstyle planks. Let's even the score and make Lauren a rigid park
You should
bench
check out
here.
this wall activity. It's actually way harder
It's a
than
real
I've
hard
given it
one. The
credit
grip on the
for.
feet, the Achilles, oh, all those good stuff's down there.
The compression.
Pulling the rib cage down.
I'm glad there's chair rail because my butt can touch underneath it.
I'm gonna modify my stance where my butt would touch that wall, but I'm really trying to think about that nice compression and flexion through the spine. Then, in our planks position, let's lengthen out, set up, 10 seconds, go. 10. I'm pulling my hands towards my feet and my feet towards my hands. I'm squeezing my bum, I'm bracing my abs, and for 4 more seconds, gentle down.
Haha.
Take a second. Finish in extensions, so whether it's Lauren's down dog or my little bear position here, making sure that your spine is extended. Try to avoid that child's pose. If you feel you need child's pose, we need to work on the plank in other ways. From here, one more time. Lengthen out to the plank, hips and shoulders and rib cages in between. Go. 10 seconds of pulling on the floor, squeezing the bum, bracing the abs, and for 5 more seconds, could you push your neighbor over?
1.
Down. From here, last time for the day, let's fold on up, pulling through that rib cage, extending through the spine, finishing with the head neck, bottom to top on that articulation there. Do you have your balance aid? We have to go off stage here and grab one for us.
It's a little bit
of a disaster in here, but the renovations,
my paperwork there.
the renovations are nearing completion.
All right, hip bars and
We got
some
our
shoulders here.
Hip bar.
We're going to do our first straight-legged hip bar. Just start. Come forward.
Come forward. Yeah, it's a little bit further today for some reason. Okay.
Oh, I guess I should.
Shares these. All right. First, internal, external rotations. Let's just point forward. Internal and external rotations on the hip. Right now, I'm in an internally rotated position on the hip. Inseam down. Let's turn the inseam up. 1 or 2 more. Yep. Got it. Great. Switch to the other side. Point out front. Keep the hip forward. Try to keep that nice ballet foot. And again, an external rotation, showing the inseam forward. Internal rotation, hiding it away, saying hello to that hip holster. Let's do that once or twice more. Think lock and key. And if that joint has a friend in the body, it's this one right here. So take out a hand or an arm, place it out front. Can you turn your wrist over but still look at your blood donation? The blood donation stays up, and turn your wrist over. Now, keep your palm up, keep your blood donation up, and turn the whole thing from the shoulder just like you did a second ago. We won't do too much longer here.
So that blood donation does move a little bit.
The blood donation does move on the second version. Let's switch your side. Same thing other side. With the palm up. Can you turn the palm over while your blood donation stays up? Once or twice more.
That's your wrist moving.
That's
Oh,
the elbow moving.
that's the elbow
at the
moving.
wrist.
Sorry. At the wrist.
Elbow
it's very
moving.
confusing.
It is. Now, keep it straight. Cramp up these triceps and try rolling from the shoulder that the blood donation goes down without letting your hand get carried away. Put that away for another day, but think of this articulation up here is the same one that we tried to do just a second ago in the hip. But back to more usual stuff here. Let's take a leg out there to start today.
Out to the side.
Out to the side. Pull this leg in and grow taller underneath as you do. Now, as you draw our hip circle, I want my first circle to go over here, and Lauren's is going to go on that diagonal this way. As I'll trace the contour of my foot and try to cross my body with this leg. Then I'm reaching out of that hip socket as we slowly articulate those internal rotations on the hips happening right about there. As you reach towards behind, look for that balance aid and pull the leg underneath. Relax for a second, just bring your leg out to the side. Pull your leg in. Keep pulling this leg in and under, and then I'm going to try to get towards this back corner here. Then when I'm out of room, I'll open up in that hip, externally rotating, bringing a leg tall and wide, not necessarily high, to center, and bring the hip through. So again, on those first movements, we're going over there in the front to end up out to the side. And to the back, I want you going over here to end up going out to the other side.
A bigger circle.
Get that circle big, all edges, tall. Start with that leg out. This adduction idea of bringing center or bringing energy into Lauren's straw. Then bring it tight to the body as we go across. And then nice and slow to open up. Around here, we'll probably all do that internal rotation on our hip to help us navigate that corner. And then hugging the back and bringing the leg under. Then again, repeat out to the side. Bring it in. Keep bringing in, and I'm going to try to bring my leg to this back corner over here. And then we'll open up out of that shape to the wide angles here. Reaching out of that hip, bringing it forward, and bringing the leg
I didn't cross.
underneath. Coming home, you won't probably cross as much, but definitely try to get there too.
So I'm a little parched.
Great. Now we're gonna follow along with Lauren for some shoulders, and I'll be getting down low so you can see the front and the back again.
All right. We're gonna warm up gently with our hands behind our head. So let's start in a W. Palms face forward, elbows in, abs braced, butt squeezed. Or if you're Ian, tuck those ribs to hips. Check in with this position the most throughout, that we're not getting drifty and lifting and popping that chest up to try to fake our range through our shoulders. That's what happens.
The belly breathing cue for sure.
Okay, I might punch you a couple times in the stomach through this drill. So feet planted, butt squeezed, punch right away. Sorry, we're already in our W. Start lifting your arms, but not your shoulders. So keep them out of your ears as you slowly go to reach behind your head. Now check in there. Are you touching your head? Good. No is the answer. You can touch your ponytail, but you're not allowed to touch your skull. Now check in with those wrists. Are they nice and straight, or are they really trying to reach and they have this bent weirdy thing? Try to pry those elbows back a little bit. Keep your elbows almost exactly where they are, but straighten your arms. And straighten your arms so much that you get a tricep cramp. And straighten, straighten, straighten. 3, 2. Now pivot on those elbows or bend at the elbows to bring the arms back to behind the head. We're going to do 2 more. It's going to burn. Keep prying those elbows back. Don't do your wrists. Ready? Stay. Now, cramp up elbows. Extend. Lots of tension. Elbows straighten from both sides. 3, 2. Tuck ribs to hips. Bring them back behind you. Eyes are up. Try to look at something that's eye height. 1 more time. Extend at the elbows. Straighten them. Hold. 3, 2. Bring them back behind the head. Keep those elbows out. And then do a chin up and pull your arms down to your sides. Pull yourself up. Ugh. And relax. And I just started sweating from that. You're welcome.
I take my hip exercises over those most days of the week, but they're very important to do both. Get mobile hips, get mobile shoulders, keep mobile hips, and keep mobile shoulders. Same idea here, but this time with a bent knee. The tension is more than likely going to manifest itself right about here on that old hamstring.
On the old hammy ham.
Be easy with it. Maybe crush it. Hold the knee bend as tight as you can, or progress our ways to get there. But for this exercise, think knee bend. Keeping the parallel quads, as Lauren just did, flex or bend the outside knee. Lightly just lift away, abducting at the hip. Pull that knee into center, feeling that nice tension build through the hips. Keep brushing that elevated leg by the standing leg as you bring the knee towards across the body. The foot will stay center, the knee will go wide as we open up in that hip circle. From here, the foot will slightly deviate away from the body as we kick towards the back, extending the hip, reaching around, and then adducting or pulling that leg back in like we started. Now, reach out towards the back corner, so we're going back, adducting into that line of the body again. Then we'll lift the knee out to the side, The foot stays underneath of the hip, pulling that knee high. Again, we try to cross the body. It won't go very far. And then we'll extend the hip with a bent knee and straighten the leg at the knee. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Good?
Yeah, great.
Okay. Standing tall. Use your balance aid. Standing tall. Then the outside knee. Lightly open up out to the side. Did that happen from your butt or from these positions here? Check in as we go forward. Pull this leg in. Keep pulling in, but end up going towards that 11 o'clock or just off midnight diagonal. Then from there, the foot stays underneath. We extend those hips forward. Then the foot lifts a little bit out the back. Now we kick towards around the back in this attitude position, and then pull that knee back in to touch the standing leg. Keep pulling that way, but reach towards that back corner. The knee's going to open up to face our new corner. Bring the foot underneath.
I'm thinking.
You're okay. Foot facing side to the center. Now extend the hip, parallel quads, straighten the knee, underneath. That thinking face gets in there, you know, that thinking face.
I don't know why that ended up there.
The hand goes on those faces way more than we all want to admit in this new era.
Okay.
Check it out.
We're gonna do our lower arms here, like this. Our lower shoulders, but I actually only want to do one side at a time. So I want you to take one side, that's the side you're doing, so your right arm, and I want you to take your left hand and put it on the front of your shoulder here, just so you know where your shoulder is. Now, the arm that's going to do the movements, the one by your side, retract that blade back. And now feel that hand right there and keep that blade retracted, okay? As we keep that blade retracted, you're going to take your arm and rotate it from the shoulder internal like we did earlier, so your blood donation is going to turn, right? We're internally rotated, my palm's facing behind me. Keep this shoulder where it is as you slowly try reaching up behind your back, as if to reach up your back here. Now check in at the highest point you can get. What happened to this hand and this shoulder? Did it start rolling forward? Try to push it back a little bit and keep it there, but keep reaching up your back. And hold. 3, 2, your elbow stays exactly where it is. Slowly straighten the elbow and hold. Full straight arm. 3, 2, stay there. Retract the blade again. Now, keep the elbow bent. Keep the elbow where it is, but bend the arm to reach it back up behind you. Feel the pressure on that passive hand, and don't let that shoulder push or dump into that passive hand. Try to reach up your back. Maybe you have to retract that blade in. 3, 2, to end. We're going to straighten the elbow one more time. One more time, retract that blade. Rotate the palm and the arm to face forward. And then pull the arm into the side. And relax. Same thing, other side. This hand just gives you an idea and gives you that feedback if we're getting that dump. Okay, passive hand on shoulder. Other arm comes out slightly to the side. Now, from this bone, so if this was the seam of our pants, would be hiding the seam of our pants to rotate our hand to face behind us. Recheck on this blade. Do you need to reset it back? Did it start to roll forward? Keep it there. Elbow bends and tries to reach up your back. Once you get up your back, you're high. Recheck on that blade. Does it need to retract again? Can you reach even more, but keep it retracted? Now keep it there and slowly extend on the elbow. Straighten the elbow. 3, 2, triceps are burning. Retract the blade again. Set it. Hold it. Try to keep it there as you come up into your internal rotation. 3, 2, keep the blade maybe retracted again, but then extend the arm. Hold, tricep burn. 3, 2, 1, pull the arm to your side and relax. Great. I just find when we do that double arms, we get a little bit of this happening because we all want to reach, so look how high I can reach. But then we get all internally rotated here. So that just helps us keep that blade honest. Hope you liked it.
I did. I'm always fascinated how heavy our arms are in movements like that. Do you have a little bit of space cleared where we can practice some super light jumps? We might call them a jump, we might call them a bound, or maybe it's more palatable to call it a weight transfer. What I would like to do here is watch this first. I'll stand.
That?
Something like that.
Okay.
But way more tame for at least right now.
Okay.
What I'd like to do is stand on my right foot. I'll take a little step forward, toe ball heel to my left. Now I'm going to transfer some energy to the right, and I'm going to land toe ball heel over here. And then I'm going to end up going backwards, also toe ball heel. We'll switch our direction, and we'll go front, toe ball heel, side, toe ball heel, back, toe ball heel. Making sure the staples don't end up in our foot. That's really, really
it's not that comfortable if not.
Okay. So we should be able to do this in that front, side, back pattern for maybe 4 more times. And if you're standing on your right leg, take a step forward, landing on your left. Now on your left, transfer weight to the right. From the right, go back to the left foot rather. Then we'll go forward on the right, toe ball heel, to the left, toe ball heel, backwards, toe ball heel. Alternate, front, side, back, front, side, back. That's
so quiet.
2 more rounds.
Whoops.
Awesome. How loud is it at your house here? Tiptoe around, absorbing that landing. Toe ball heel, and back. Toe ball heel, and back. And final round here, toe ball heel. And last time to the front, to the side, to the back. And then shake it out there. Planking, yeah, we did that already. Push-upping, we haven't done that quite yet. This time as we get to the floor, let's use that hinge and follow along to Lauren as she coaches us through the push-up today.
10-second negative descent.
Yeah.
Hinge, chop your hips. Well, get your pants organized. Chop your hips, hinge them back. Vertical shins. Try to get as close to the floor with that extended spine as you can. Then you might have to tip or round forward. Walk out so you're in your push-up position, either from your knees or your toes. Wherever you are, pull your shoulders out of your ears, squeeze your butt, brace your abs. Slowly start moving, 10-second descent. 9, 8, heads in line with body. 5, 4, soft landing on the floor in 2, 1, everything's down. Okay, we have to pick everything up as one unit. So tuck your hips under from the knees or the toes, 1 unit to come back up. Do we have to do that again?
Well, we're down here, why not?
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
10-second descent again, from the knees or the toes, up to tall. Push-up position, start moving. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, no crash landing. Tuck hips, brace abs, 1 unit, up. Push those hips back. Start bending your knees, walking your hands back. End up in your nice hinge, long position here. Extend your hips, stand up tall, butts, abs, relax.
Nice. Well, how did the bounds go?
They were good.
What we do on 1 foot, we could try on 2. We'll do less volume here. Let's get that going.
Oh,
in the
bunny
same
hops.
version, super small bunny hops. We're doing this on our rubberized floor in bare feet. I'd recommend that you do it also in bare feet on your choice of floor. Here we go. 2 feet, super small. Let's maintain the lightness of this rather than the heightness of this, okay? So 2 feet forward. Did you land toe ball heel? To the lateral, toe ball heel. To the back, toe ball heel.
Remember, you can always practice your single leg ones again.
To the front, toe ball heel. To the side, toe ball heel. Back, not easy. And we'll just do one more of those again. We'll go to the front, to the side, to the back, to the front, to the side, to the back. Okay, that's about as rambunctious as we're ever going to get with our jumps, unless you ask for more. Let's go back to that push-up, and we'll come back to one more fun weight transfer for today.
Neato. Want to see something else that's neato?
Neato.
Stand with your feet in your hinge position.
Okay.
Okay? Now, either what you were just doing or think back to grade 1, 2, and 3. Track and field, long jump.
Standing.
Standing long jump. What is this?
A hinge.
Or a jump.
Let's do it.
How neato is that?
Let's do it.
So as you're jumping, thinking that your jump is just your hinge. You just don't take off when you do your hinges. Okay, enough about that. Chop hips. Hinge. Now we're going to drop past that point. We'll keep those shins as vertical as we can for as long as we can. Spine extended as long as we can. Walk yourself out. 10-second descent. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Soft landing. Tuck. 1 unit. Up. One more descent. 10, 9, 8. Soft. 1 unit. Up. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Slowly walk your hands back through that hinge. I tell you that jumping thing because sometimes people overthink the hinge and they get so confused by it. And then all you say is stop. Remember back to grade 1 and your standing long jump? That's your hinge. No problem.
My standing long jump, believe it or not, was not good enough to get to city track and field.
That was my best sport. I was so disappointed in grade 6 when it
Love
stopped.
the old
Red
track
ribbon
and
right
field
here.
ribbons.
Every year.
Okay, last jump for today. Just watch for a second. Every jump I take, I'll try to face a new wall. For example, I'll take a step forward, landing on my left leg, forward. I'm going to do a quarter turn to end up facing the wall to my left, ending up on my right leg. I'll continue to do a quarter turn to my left, ending up on my other leg. And then my last quarter turn here, I end up facing the other way. Okay? We'll be nice and slow. Don't get too dizzy. Have some fun with this first, and we'll build off this in the coming weeks. Take your first jump and land forward. I will use my right leg to land. Left leg takeoff, right leg land. From there, I'm going to rotate to my right, landing on my other leg. Then I'm going to continue to rotate to my right, also then landing on my right leg. And then I'll keep looking over to my right here, landing on my left leg, balancing, and then I'm going to turn around and face the computer rather, landing on my right foot. Can we do that once more the other way? Currently I'm on my right foot. Let's take a bound facing left.
Ooh, facing left.
Facing left. Then going around that circle, I'm going to jump backwards a little bit as I face backwards. Then I'm going to face to the right and face a new wall.
Oops, sorry.
And then from here, landing on my right leg, facing back at the computer screen. Ha, ha. Finding new walls, finding new flows. Ooh, that looks good in the back there. Nice.
You know what also is good at this exercise is not doing what I was doing and find your balance on your landing.
Find your balance. Toe ball heels
Stick it.
on that landing. Come on down.
Oh, we're done.
Yes. Thank you very much. That's been our Wednesday Restore and Recharge session. We'll be back for restoring and recharging ways on Friday. Last Friday, Lauren was painting, so I had free reign over the curriculum and we did toe balances in our lunges, squats, and slow pauses in our get-ups. I want to do the same thing on Friday, and I hope that you feel encouraged to come back and try as well. My name's Ian.
I'm Lauren.
Together, we train simply. We're staying strong and renovating on here at our studio in Guelph.
Stay tuned. There's going to be a new view in town here.
I can't wait to show it.
And by in town, I mean
Rooftop
in studio.
views, trees and steeples.
So it's going to
It'll
be
be
lovely.
a nice vantage. So thank you for joining us here today. We'll be back if you want some handstands or just to say hi to us later today. We'll be back at 4:30 for play at the end of your day. And we're
Until
now
then,
off and away.
have a great day.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.